What's this now? The exact same beds, but rearranged in a more patriotic... Wait. Wrong way around the colors. Oh wait, I'll just face the other way. There we go. Look, the Italy flag is a hard one to know off by heart. I swear it's red, white, green. I hope I didn't get that wrong. No, it's green, white, red. Looks like Hungary's if you do it that way. What is the Hungarian flag? I swear it's the Hungarian flag is just the same as the Italian, but the other way around. Yeah, it is. It's red, white, green. Oops. And so by just moving every block one to the right, you can see how very easily we've managed to make it so it's an odd number of blocks wide. You know, there's a few things that are slightly, you know, different. Like you can see the windows that we placed, but everything is still centered because they're based on the corners. And now we have a perfect center on which the tower rests perfect. Wait, actually, I could be, oh, we expanded it one block in the wrong direction. What we actually did is we've made it even more perfectly mis-centered. So what we have to do now is, you know, now it's perfectly mis-centered. No, this, oh, yeah, this is not good. This is a mistake. So now that we have our lava lakes installed, I think that really adds to the cave on the surface vibe. I like it a lot. But now it seems logical to make one last big thing. But you know what? It bothers me too much before then. Do you notice how some of these trees are still birch? I figured they wouldn't be noticeable, but they really are. So let's just spend about an hour or so. God damn, Pat Merriman, I hate you so much. I'm just kidding. Please don't include that, Harrison. He's a nice person. She's a nice person. They are a nice person. Okay, so now we have installed our lava lakes. I think it adds quite nicely. And there's kind of one... Okay, now I've installed some lava lakes here on the cave biome. You can see it really adds to that feel of we're in a cave, but also... It's a fun idea, sure. I like the idea of having an insane farm in the Nether, like, and this is one of the few you can realistically take advantage of, but this just ain't it, I guess, is a fun colloquial way to put that. But this just ain't it, I guess would be a fun colloquial? But this just ain't it would be a fun colloquial way to put that. This chest, which I'm now going to be using for some actually decent food, this chest is, and this really faunus. Okay, so I found it. This is the very XP harvester. So a part of why this world is so interesting. So I thought the more interesting thing to me would be, you know, all the little tiny insights as to, you know, the mind of a developer we see from the world. But what I'm really seeing from this is just how ridiculously late game the world, you know, that Corner Pod plays. You know, so here is proof. Here are 64 cobwebs. They're not the greatest of fuels, but as you can see, you throw them in the furnace. So as proof, here are 64 cobwebs. We throw them in the furnace, and as you can see, 64 cobwebs in the furnace will work as bad furnace fuel. Do I have anything that I can smelt? Yeah, it's all down the street. It's all good. Happy birthday. As you can see, they're not particularly good fuel, but as you can see right here, the cobweb is in fact... Wait, let me try this. They're not particularly great... It's not a particularly great fuel, but as you can see right here, the cobweb does in fact fuel a furnace, and you can... It's not a very good fuel, but you can use cobwebs in a furnace if you have too many of these. And you know, we all have too many cobwebs lying around our houses, am I right? So as you can... Speaking of beautiful, did you know that the Ender Dragon can't destroy the Endstone or Obsidian towers because she built them herself and she worked hard on them, so she refuses to destroy those blocks, but she was perfect... Because it's not true anymore, but it used to be true in earlier versions that you could combine an apple with 8 enchanted golden apples to make the apple of enchanted golden apple. Just like how you can trust me that ferns used to be named after... Just like how you probably didn't know that the fern, seen here, surrounded by, you know, I hate this. while researching this video, I found out that it does not exist. Podzol, just like Manitoba and, you know, your sense of security... Wait. Podzol, just like Manitoba and your sense of self-worth, is actually fake. Also, in earlier versions, you could enchant a apple with 8. Until I realized that the only reason the /locate command, which will work for any Minecraft feature, will not work for the girlfriend is because of the fact that you are inherently unlovable and will never get one. The easiest way to explain what an item is to use the Minecraft wiki page, which splits it. There are items that create entities, items with a use in the world. It's okay. We then combine all 3 of these lists together and we put them through an alphabetizing place and... Items that create... Items with an indirect use... Items that create entities, fluids, or blocks. Think boats, think crossbows, think... Just so that I can start to fill... Just so I can start to fill the chest with items that are going to be required. Just so I can fill this chest slowly but surely. And to help simplify this one for you, we've even split the video into 3 separate parts. We've got items, we've got blocks, and we've got mobs. Those are the 3 major components of 1.17, which would of course not be featuring brand new cave generation, but will be featuring, for example, a bunch of new crafting recipes. There are going to be a total of 5, I think that is. There's going to be a total of 5 brand new crafting recipes, and... Oopsie. And to help explain this to all of you, I've split... And to help explain... Although there's a little Bedrock exclusive when it comes to the spyglass, as well as indeed when it comes to the caves. A lot of people liked the really interesting thing when it comes to Bedrock. Hello, I'm IBXToycat, and welcome back to the Minecraft update news video. Today I have some very exciting update news to share with you all, because the 1.17... Hello, I'm IBXToycat, and welcome back to the Minecraft update news videos. They're the best type of update news to share with you all because the first ever 1.17 branded beta is available in... Okay, this is gonna mess with the recording, so make sure you like sync with my button press there. Okay, so we've got a few other houses around here. I guess it... Hey! Cookie member. Wait, Cookie King. Okay. This is the downside of using my streaming software to record. What do you call a toy cat with good humor? Non-existent. Ha 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 ha. So let's find out how good they are at building some worlds, I guess. Yeah, this is not the most inspiring start I've seen to a world. Oh, is this another one of those people that thinks that the best that you know, like, oh yeah, I've got this world I'd love to show you, and then they start a world and then they never make it past the spawn. There's not even maps turned on, so I can't find anything. I'm just in a forest. Like, you know, I don't understand why people be like this, but I guess some people do be. It's a very nice seed you've chosen here. Actually, not even that. You know, no, not even your seed is bad. You didn't make any changes to it, but also you picked a bad seed. You're not even just the wrong seed. Like, if you're gonna pick a seed from which to make your survival world, then a forest that spawn next to a swamp, next to another forest, next to another forest, and what I think is next to another forest, that's not exciting. That's not hype. That's not fun to build. Whose idea of fun are we going by right here? Because I think I think it's wrong, to put it mildly. Oh, never mind. There's not another forest over here. I went running. You know, I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt that maybe they had built something and they just forgot to signpost it. No, the forest is endless, just like my discontent with this world.
Hello, I'm IBXToycat, and caves and... Hello, I'm IBXToycat, and the Caves and Cliffs update is one of the... And now we load it up again, effectively showing what happens when you load up your 1.16 world in 1.18, or to keep things simple, you load up your Nether update world in the Caves and Cliffs, or your modern day world in Caves and Cliffs. You can say it a lot of different ways if you want to. Now what's going to happen is in any of these new chunks... Oh wait, no, I need to expand it to infinite first. Oopsie. Because this is part of the old world that we lowered... Because this is part of the old world that we loaded... Don't tell me to charge my battery phone. I'll charge it on my own schedule. That'll be as soon as this video is finished, actually. Coincidentally.
If you're worried about where I'm gonna get the... If you're worried about where I'm gonna get the endstones, then... Oh, I think my boat fell off in the end. Oh, well. Guess I learned a valuable lesson. And it relates to this end... And it relates to this 1,000-block long... You can see glass and end, and you know, none of this yells overworld to me, which is why the second part of this overworld project... It's... Okay, so now cut to nothing, I guess. You know, I can cut to nothing, I think. Streamcap bad games. Oh, no, I can't cut to nothing. One of these will be nothing. There we go. And that is a tunnel... And that is a giant circular tunnel made to represent a cave. Because you know what? If the way between... Like, for real, I cannot type Acacia button. I have to type Minecraft Acacia underscore... Like, for real here, I cannot type Acacia underscore button. Oh, you can. But the more frustrating thing than just the... But the more frustrating thing than that, because again, it seems like this is a preference-based moving fit.
And that is something that is a-okay. And but what matter? Because here's the deal: the cliffs, which currently only exist on Bedrock, have so many flaws that seem to be adding up week by week by week. That today I wanted to talk about my biggest flaws and biggest. Corner Hard MC, a Minecraft Bedrock developer who works on the realms in particular, said that now that 1.16 work is finished, 1.17 is coming soon. TM. That's very exciting. Love a little bit of a hint that Minecraft is in fact doing some good things soon. Okay, one more try. This is a snapshot that has removed more features than it adds, and that sounds ludicrous, but it means that the snapshot now feels a little bit bare bones, because there are some great features in here if you're a fan of the waxed, lightly weathered, slightly cut... Hello, I'm IBXToycat, and welcome back to another Minecraft snapshot. Hello, I'm IBXToycat, and a brand new snapshot came out today, and it's a really interesting snapshot because for the first time in a while, it has removed... So anyway, so yeah, there's a new snapshot and it does add a couple of features, but at the exact same time as... So yeah, there is a brand new snapshot. It's out, it's exciting, and it is pretty cool because it upgrades to Java 16. It's the newest version of Java. It also makes some really interesting changes to geodes and indeed to how items work. Actually, wait. It will more positively use resources, or more, it will... Java 16 is of course a more efficient version of Java. And then the other positive change is they've decided to go ahead and make it so... Okay, so this is a good opportunity to maybe, This is a good opportunity to do some fun editing stuff. What do you not do with it? You get what I'm saying? You know, I'll talk about it in text, probably. I'll forget to talk about it in text, and you'll be very confused. It'll be fine. Let's go with single biome caves.
I don't know. If we just ignore the fact that water is needed to sustain life, still a great beverage. It's like, whoa, that's a pretty big thing to ignore there, right? I looked at my water for that, by the way. You know when you're like trying to come up with a fake name and you say, my name's John Banana? I looked at water for that analogy. This video is brought to you by water. Did you know you're probably not drinking enough water? I bet you didn't know that. I bet you've been thinking to yourself this whole time, actually, I do drink enough water. No, it's a lie. Unless you are physically full to the brim of water, to the point where you think you have medical issues, you need more water. And if you want to get yourself some more water, all you have to do is go to your local tap and use code TOYCAT. You can get 5% off your next refill. That's right, 5% off code TOYCAT. Water. It's healthy, sustainable, and better than the desert biome. And only because we have to exclude the desert well, which, by the way, infinite source of water. Wow, yeah, my love for desert wells is sponsored. Now you know. Anyway, so off that bizarre tangent.
Hi. Why?
Okay. I love you. And when I say that, I'm not... Which you'd figure, like, oh, that makes a bunch of sense, because it's armor, it protects you, but... But if we do that however, something you might not be able to understand, however, something... I'm gonna need another golden carrot. It's like it's blocked in entirely... I mean, as far as the game is concerned, it's... So something that's a little confusing, but makes sense when you think about it, is that entities don't render past a certain distance, which means that this water is actually fake water. You wouldn't be able to get to it because there's chests in the way. However, something that makes absolutely no sense is that if you fall... Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Kill me now. No, 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 no. So something that is sadly verifiable is that if humans jump from a tall height, they will die. I bet you are familiar with this one. If you're not, watch out for high buildings. But something you might not know that is very realistic and definitely happens all the time in the real world is that if you fall from a high enough height, but you happen to fall onto some vines... I did that wrong, didn't I? So something that is sadly verifiably realistic is the fact that if you jump from a high enough height, you will die. If you don't know that that's a real feature. So something I can sadly verify does happen in the real world is that if you jump from a high enough height, you will die. I hope that you're aware of this as well. However, something that maybe makes a little less sense, something that just... So something that does make sense in the real world, sadly, is that if humans fall from a high enough height, they will die. If you're not familiar with this one, please stay away from high buildings, but something you should be aware of in Minecraft is that if you fall and happen to fall onto vines of any type, no matter what the... This is hard. So something I can sadly verify about the real world is that if you fall from a high enough height, you will die. However, you can also make a fall onto, you know, I'm not gonna bother. every single time you take this bottom water source, which we'll do like so, the bottom water source will refill itself, meaning we can go in there infinitely and take the water. So a very real fact about the real world is that zombies die in the daylight. However, something that... Okay, we have to find... So something that just makes sense is that when a zombie spawns in, he burns to death, right? However, something you might not know is that if a zombie happens to spawn with a helmet on, of any form... Oh, I can't show this. I'm gonna need you to substitute in for this one, Harrison. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple with audio only, and I'm gonna need your help. Okay. So gold armor is the worst. So something that totally makes sense is that you can combine different dyes together to get various other dyes. Red and white will make pink, and as you'll know if you took any art class in school, as I hope you did, red and yellow will make orange, and the other primary color combination is that red and blue will make purple. So what do you suppose you get when you mix? So something that does make sense, at least if you've taken any art class in a... So something that does make sense, at least if you took art class in middle school like me, is that if you combine red and blue together, it's the... So something that does make sense, at least if you took art class like me and you took it very seriously, you'll know that the only way to get purple dye is to combine red and blue. The 16 colors are arbitrary. Honestly, the 16... Okay, wait. I'm gonna fly for something for this. Honestly, the 16 colors that exist in Minecraft... Honestly, the 16 dye types, which is also the 16 wool, concrete powder... But the real tip here is that you can do that. But the real tip here is that there are only 16 color... But the real... Honestly, the 16 dye types, which is also the 16 wool, concrete powder, terracotta, glazed terracotta, and of course, how could we forget about stained glass? All of those 16 colors seem very arbitrary, and as you can see, Minecraft does allow you to get all of those in-between colors when using beacons, so if you want to have a rainbow of all of the colors in the spectrum... I mean, actually, the answer is, if you play Bedrock, things are a bit weird. Seriously, there is only 15 green dye in here now, and if we take that out, you can see how it takes us from... Actually, it's surprisingly little. So, Minecraft has half slabs, only for some blocks. Don't ask about why that is. It's something that totally makes sense. So something that just makes sense is that you can take blocks in Minecraft and you can make half slabs from them. Only for certain blocks, we won't question that too much, but if you make an entire world from half slabs, well, mobs... So something you might not have known about Minecraft... So something that just makes sense in Minecraft is being able to take 6 of a block... Is it 6? I think it's 3. No, it's 6. So something that just makes sense in Minecraft is being able to take 6 of a block and being able to craft slabs from them. Wait, is it 3 you get 6 from? Or is it 6 you get 12 from? No, it'd be 3 you get 6 from, right? Yeah, you take 3 oak. So maybe you want to do that to yourself. It just makes sense that you... So maybe you want to do that to yourself. It's something that just doesn't make sense, but is very useful. Something that just makes sense in... So, something else that just makes sense... So, something else that just makes sense is that different blocks have different blast resistance, and one of the higher blast resistance you can get in Minecraft is from the iron block. Here's what's happened... Here is what happens when you detonate a TNT inside of a bunch of iron blocks. As you can see... let's just try it again, honestly. Something that just... Here's another one that just makes sense. Take the TNT, it obviously needs to blast... And honestly, real talk, something that just makes sense, is in the real world, people care about you. You might not think that they do, but there are people that care about you all the time, and you just don't realize about... I can do this. But here's the deal, in the real world, there are people that care about you. You might not think that they do, you might think that no one will miss when you... But here's the deal, Speaking of weird features I should mention, if you mine your end platform and then re-enter the end, it will respawn and appear there again. Huh.